Affirmative. Affirmative. Roger that. Let's go, my brother. Throw in smoke. Of course. Grenade out. Smoke. Throwing grenade. Flashbang. Smoke. Counter-terrorists win. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go, my brother. He goes out.
Case that you play, and then that's where they peak as soon as you do. So just don't even do it. Fallen with that kind of opening, it's hard to come back for Virtus.pro in a round like that. They have been picking up though, they didn't get the bomb down, so they got Tech 9 armor. They're allowed to get quite far into A long right now. Fallen is going to have a hard time holding on, maybe especially with the FAMAS here. If they rush him down, that could be really rough here.
Yeah, I like the fact that he's deciding to back off and change up his position a little bit. Fur is the one who's holding on underpass, and right now Snax is doing a fantastic job of drawing the defense over towards his B site. And Luminosity, they have to keep their cool here. Fur, he can't fully back off that A site or he's going to be completely out of position, and they are going to be coming right out of apartments, and he doesn't have the good gun for this at all. He's hoping to actually get into position and perhaps go for a delayed flank, because it's all going to have to come down to his teammates rotating in to get the job done. Fallen is there, and Fallen with the double kill. He just continues to do damage to Virtus.pro.
Yeah, Neo did even see Fur flanking, so he knew that he was going to be coming there, but Bialy gets the one in on Cold Serum. It's a very decent round, I think, for Luminosity, all things considered. Bit of a shame that they let the bomb plant get in there, but it's not really the end of the world, and they managed to hold on to the round quite well. Also, just to sort of nitpick a little bit here, the fact that Fallen is the one to get the triple with the FAMAS, obviously less ideal than if it was the one of the SMGs. And if you're a new viewer, just to say that there is a sort of different kill reward if you're using different guns. Shotguns and SMGs give you the most, pistols, rifles, and maybe especially the AWP gets you a lot less. So it matters, and that's why, part of the reason at least why people buy them.
Exactly, and yeah, that is actually unfortunate, because now it means that Fallen, well, he is pretty much guaranteed the op in the next round. That's no problem at all. So VP, they kind of go for it. They stuck to the play, and they're very successful, and that actually kind of makes me a little nervous here. Similar to, well, I mean, I think Luminosity are a little nervous because that over-rotate, that just big rotate, they really kind of fell into the trap there. Had VP been just a little bit quicker, well, I mean, they were successful in the end. They got the bomb plant because Fur just over-rotates off. Fallen as well. They really were sold by the fact that, Snax was making so much noise and drop that they thought that VP were going to go B.
Speaking of Fur, he's in the middle and they're all around him. Somehow he's still alive, but it's only going to be for a second, and Fallen goes as well. And that's a problem. That gives up that FAMAS. Now, luckily, it's not the previous round where VP have armor, because if they start to steal away rifles and they have armor, things get out of control. But that's not the case right now. They are still armorless, which means it's, well, okay.
Strung a little tight, are we, Taz?
Just a little bit. It's going to be some sort of deduction in his monthly paycheck. Just careful with that. It's a 3-on-3. They have the health advantage. They have the armor advantage. Luminosity should basically never be losing this round unless something mad happens here. And FNX sort of already with a bit of a risk there. A little slow to get off the rooftop.
And they've heard two guns now, and this is just trying to make some noise. 40 seconds left, and Cold is in the perfect spot to catch them out. There's Taz down. Pasha gets annihilated as well. And a good recovery here from Luminosity. This leaves it down to Neil with only 8 HP. Sure, he has 30 seconds, but he just doesn't have enough HP to take a fight with anybody at this point. And Cold, he's still just glancing around trying to catch this man out, and it is going to work in the end. I was actually thinking for a moment there that Neil might catch Cold swapping guns.
That was a good adjustment, a good recovery from Luminosity. Those Kevlar vests really making a difference, especially in that final battle. You know, if they had armor again coming through.
But that's what's so scary about going for the close position and underpass like that, and also holding in danger. It's like, even if they have P250s, single shot, headshot range, that'll do it. You know, you may have the gear, but it won't see you through the round, as we saw with Fallen and Fur both getting overwhelmed. So a little bit of a scary call there from Luminosity, but sometimes you just have to go for the aggro plays, and it pans out in the end. The teammates, they're able to get the job done. Now 3-0, Luminosity in the lead, and VP, they're full bot. They have all the money in the world to do what they want with, and a double AWP play for Luminosity. This is huge.
A really big investment going into this round. That's going to dig a little bit into their bank. Virtus.pro on the other side to see if they can somehow stop this Fallen with a slightly aggressive position down the middle here. Taz actually, I think, sees it coming a bit. And Fallen, even with the flashbang, he's not going to get warded off. He's got to be careful, though, because if he sticks around too long and Neo wraps around him, you can see he's up there. It could get just a little bit weird. They seem to have a very good idea what's going on at VP. They're really a bit careful. There's the shadow showing, and that's all he needed. Fallen.
Sick shot. He didn't get the kill, but still, that was quick. That was fast. Just a few pixels showing, and he manages to get the tag through the wall. Neo down to 17 HP, and a lot of the utility used here for Virtus.pro. What's next? Perfect Molotov. He nearly takes out Taco in the mix, but he's going to roast. FNX has mercy. Ends it a little quicker, but the push is going to be coming in here for Virtus.pro onto this B site. They have control of Plateau. Now they need to get off of it, and Cold, he smokes himself out of position, and so now they actually have no way of dealing with him. He needs to make the mistake and overstep himself.
He's just a cold sight in the back line. Peeks out of the perfect time. Going to pick up the kill. Taz very low on health. Hit in a 1-on-5. Can't even get the kill. Fourth round is a flawless one here for the Brazilian side. That's going to help their economy. We pointed out getting to 5 rounds on the CT side can be really tough. They win the pistol, so then they're sort of halfway there. Now they win the 4th round, and it's looking like a brilliant start here for Luminosity Gaming.
This is as good as it gets, and now they're going to have a very strong economy as well, considering they keep so many players alive in this key round. I mean, it's huge. A perfect flawless round, going for a double op strategy. It's all about making as much bank as you can for when things get rough versus Virtus.pro. You want to be able to you want to continue affording all of the nades. As we can see here, Luminosity, that's a full set. They have the incendiaries, the nades, everything that they need. And again, Cold going for the aggro peek. And this time he actually misses the shot. He's actually going to go back for more. This is ballsy, and it pays off. Taz, he drops him.
It's going to be annoying, you know, in a round like this, what they really want is just to get in and get the bomb down quick, you know, maybe take a kill or two with them. Now, even that plan might be in jeopardy just because now Luminosity are on the site, and they also lost a man already. The bomb is still very far back with Snacks. Finding some comfort in the smoke as he usually does. It's going to be Fallen FNX next in line. The Cold. He actually almost dived under the plant there, but he manages to get out, and that is going to be 5-0.
We've completely flipped as well here from Cash coming into the CT side of Cobblestone. Cold Zero is struggling on Cash. He's off to an 8-0-1 start here on Cobblestone. Fur is also lagging behind, similar to what we saw on Cash.
Well, he was in the beginning, right? In the end, I think he was.
Yeah, everybody at the end, right? We're stepping up for Luminosity. It's just about this start, and it's a little cold. And Fallen, you know, he's got his back as well. But now this is at the big moment here for VP to start getting things to go their way. They've spent all of their money, they're fully equipped, and Neo has gone for the op, not Snacks. Snacks throughout this tournament has been taking point with the sniper rifle, but it seems like Neo, it's his choice. He wants to have the auto, he wants to have the op.
Well, they got to find an opening soon. Again, this is where Virtus.pro are supposed to be making all of their rounds happen for them. This is where they're supposed to get that huge lead that will then carry them through. But if they don't get this round, I mean, we could be looking at a very, very tough and an almost sort of unreal half here for Luminosity. We've already seen Cobblestone a couple of times, obviously, in this tournament, and every single time it seems to have been the terrorist side mainly that's been dominant. And look at the variance on Luminosity's defense.
Yeah, I do like to see the patient approach taken by VP, going for that counter boost. It's basically, if the boost happens in drop to get up here onto this platform where Snacks is now, Snacks, he's boosted all the way back, he sees you coming, and it works out perfectly for VP. Nice shot. This time Neo returns the shot onto Fallen. And actually, no, it's not even Fallen up there, it's Cold. Fallen's on the B site. They're just all over the place right now with these ops.
And look at the tight little defense they got over at the B-bomb side. They're sort of all right next to each other, right? No sort of big spread out. So if you try and take a fight, you can be sure there's always going to be someone there to trade the kill and trade the kill. You know, they could keep going for a while, just trading back and forth. There's only 30 seconds left, and they are setting up for this B push here. So right now, VP, this is their time to shine. They got to make this work. They jump in, Snacks getting the first kill, turning around. What a brilliant entry, and it's going to be a double. Finally falling with a refrag here, but is it enough? There's only 15 seconds now. They got to get in and get this bomb down. It's on the side by Ali, hitting a shot on Fallen with 10 seconds. You got to think that's going to be it. It does go through. Fur and Cold Zero. They got the AWP, they've got a lot of value still on this team that they could potentially throw away for the 2-1-3 retake here. Looking for the spray, connecting with Bayali. And now it's a 2-1-2. VP, they shouldn't be giving this away. Neo hitting a great shot there, and now it's all on Cold Zero, but he's trapped in. Snacks is behind him. It's going to be all Neo picking up a double kill there. And Virtus.pro finally winning a round.
That's some fantastic team play between the two of them there. But look at this. Snacks, FNX just completely caught off guard, and Taco. Monstrous entry frags coming in from Snacks. And then, of course, Neo. This is all just, you can count on this man to be consistent for you in these sorts of situations. He rarely misses shots like that. And so VP, they're on the board. They have one round going their way. Luminosity, thanks to how smooth the rounds have gone at the beginning of the half, though, they can afford to go for the double op strategy again. They had so much money. Now, quite a bit less. So we're starting to close things up here. VP,
yeah,
they still have a chance.
Wow, and this is a very, very fast round coming in from them. They're actually all rushing middle, except Neo, who's holding the back lines here, and see if they can actually make an entry. Fallen with the AWP and shutting down Snacks. They can't really slow down. I mean, they've already committed to this, so might as well just keep pushing. As longer they wait now, the more of a rotation is going to be happening. Fur is on the one side here. They've got a great setup. Luminosity, Virtus.pro, they're rushing right into a bit of a setup. Taz gets two, which is a really, really good double kill, but it's happening way too late in the round. Neo all alone. He spots out one man. He knows that Fur's there, going to be turning around, and he's just a second later. Timing, it's almost working out. He misses the no scope, and now, oh, he hits the follow. He can't get the second one in. Cold Zero going to be taking him out. Man,
I was saying that he could hit the easy shots. He could hit the hard shots too. What was that, Neo? Boom! Just takes his time with it.
It stops the model mid-air. That looked brutal.
I'm trying.
I have no idea what's being shouted in the background, but we do have a 6-1 scoreline here. It was tough on the first map on Cash for Luminosity. It's been a bit of a break, not really much of a break, but there's been a bit of a break. They've had some time to mentally reset. They were obviously talking about Selma. You were looking at them there. They were looking a little bit worried. You said they seem ready.
But this is what I was worried. It happens, right? Where you think you should be coming out ahead on the first map. You had a huge lead going into it. You lose you aren't able to close the map. It goes into overtime. Then you lose into overtime. It's so hard to keep your mental composure going into the second map when that happens to you, because all you're thinking is, we should have had that first map. We should be actually, battling for the second map and just moving on to the semifinals now. So to see Luminosity just completely ignore what happened on Cash and come out guns blazing here on Cobblestone, if you're a Luminosity fan, you've got to be feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, if you're a fan of Counter-Strike, you've got to be feeling even better, because that means we could very, very realistically get a third map here.
This is a monstrous risk taken by Virtus.pro, though. I mean, this is a full force buy from them. They realized they were in a double eco situation. They didn't want Luminosity to get any further than this. And so they have gone for the mad buy. 4 pistols and just a single AK on Snacks. Pasha up on plateau looking for that headshot. He might be able to catch out Cold Zero, but they are able to back off. Now 2 players holding drop. And this could turn into a blender. Fallen takes out Neo. FNX removes Taz. And Snacks is still waiting around for this greedy peek, and he's going to get the double! Huge plays from Snacks, and that turns it all around. VP, they have a chance in the round at this point.
Oh, they definitely do. You could see Fur was so hungry to follow up and refrag that kill, but now, look at the time. 25 seconds here. They have to make it, and the bomb is making its way back. If Pasha isn't successful and Fallen, he's ice cold. He's still holding that bomb site in spite of losing almost half his team over at the B bomb site. Now Pasha all alone, 14 seconds left. He's trying to make it in behind 10. So he's got to run. He doesn't have time to wait around right now. He's going to make the crossover, and Fallen should be able to hear it. Now they're going to come back in. The bomb will be going down just in the last second there. Deagle's out, but Fallen to shut it down, and that will be a double kill for him. Very impressive round here for Luminosity. When you've got that many people going down and drop, the normal response will be to just rotate everyone to B. Just go now. Fallen sticking around. Definitely some ice in his veins there. 7-1.
And now VP, yeah, at least they get the bomb plant. That's all they're thinking to themselves at this point. Like, okay, bonus $800 for each of us. Because if you're new and just tuning in, if you get the bomb plant and lose the round, you still get bonus money from that bomb plant for everybody on the team. So it's very important for Virtus.pro to get their feet back on that. Well, their feet back under them here, because that basically they could be in a double eco scenario. Instead, now they're going to be able to buy up in the next round. And now with VP, they just continue to apply the pressure. They know that Luminosity have been playing aggressive here in Underpass. They just look to keep taking advantage of that, just chucking 2 players in there for trades, but that's not quite good enough. Pasha, Taz, and Neo have taken quite a bit of damage, however, so it's still not looking too hot here for Virtus.pro.
I mean, at least Bialy gets a kill, but Cold, that's a sick shot. Taz is going to be going down. Cold is so hungry right now. He's going to get the third as well. He has absolutely no fear or no respect for Virtus.pro there. He just takes all the peaks and wins every single fight. Bialy going to be sneaking close here with the MP9. That's a nice shot. At least it's going to give them more money there. Again, the kill reward is going to be higher for that kind of SMG now. 8-1 in favor of Luminosity, playing the CT side of Cobblestone. This is almost unheard of. We got 14-0-3 with Cold Zero.
Exactly.
Just absolutely mad carrying the Brazilian side.
That's the big point to make here, is that when Luminosity were so lethal is because Cold, he was just going completely ham on their opponents, and he was having performances like these. 14-0-3, falling right behind him with 11 kills to his name. I mean, this is the kind of performance that puts you into the semifinals right now. VP, they've got to be feeling a little jittery.
Well, listen, we were hearing that Virtus.pro chant earlier, and I think we need that back right now, because they're gonna need it. They're very, very far behind in this matchup here. They need some crowd support. It's now 8-1. They finally have rifles again, and they are setting up for a bit of an execute here, and I think they got Snacks smoking all the way from T-spawn, essentially. Going to be putting that in, and the rest are going to be following up. We'll see if they can make their way through. There are 4 people stacked on this bomb site. Virtus.pro just charging the bomb site here. They need an entry frag, but it'll be Taco to deny the first one. They're going to be going down. Next in line, Bialy to fall. Taco says no. Finally, he drops to Taz, but it's so late in the round here. Luminosity, they've got the rotation coming in, and Snacks has gone down. Neo and Taz are left here 2-on-4. How are they possibly going to hold on to this after plan? There's so much time still on that bomb, and Luminosity, look at that, they're just inching their way in, and that's going to be the round. Doesn't even look tough for them. They just grind out the VP off this round. This is a team that's just determined to go the distance here.
And I was going to say that Taco, he's been quiet so far in this first half. 3-3 across the board for him, but when he steps up, he gets those high impact frags. He took a risk, he pushed through the smoke as they were blooming, and he caught VP off guard with just how aggressive he was being. He managed to pick up 2 kills, and that's what made that retake so clean for Luminosity, because after that, with that man advantage, Luminosity, they just buddy up and move together onto the site. And so one of them dies, that's fine. The other one trade frags, and because they're ahead in bodies, VP, they just cannot withstand that. So a huge round for Taco there to make the difference for his team. 9-1. And finally, Virtus.pro decide, okay, that's enough. We got to tap out here. We got to take a minute.
Is it too late, Selma? What do you think? I mean, 9-1.
9-1 is rough. It is really, really rough. And when you're talking about Luminosity, who have an excellent T side, I mean...
Yeah, I would almost have said take this time out at 6-1, maybe. You know, I mean, maybe even... I'm probably not earlier than that, but I think at 6-1, you got to wonder if this hasn't already got a bit out of control. They did get the bomb plant, and since we have time to explain it anyway, I just do want to introduce this again to any sort of new coming viewers to the game. That bomb plant that they got in the last round, even losing the round, it gives every member of the team an $800 bonus. Those $800 have now sort of gone into the bank of VP, and they have just enough money to buy AK and armor and maybe a little bit more. Without that bomb plant last round means they would have been ecoing now. So again, it's even if they would lose the round, it's some sort of small measure of success. Wow, this crowd is amazing right now. People are fired up for these games.
So sick.
There's that simple poster.
I love it. Yes, guys, he did do it on land. Get the knife, get the knife. All right, but time is ticking down. Oh, wait. No, time is ticking down. We have 15 seconds left in this timeout, and hopefully Virtus.pro, they've identified enough... They found a weakness somewhere in Luminosity's defense to be able to exploit it. I mean, one thing that they have been trying to take advantage of is the fact that Luminosity keep holding aggressive on A, keep holding close. And so VP, they've done that where they've thrown a couple players over there, but mainly on eco rounds. The question is whether they're actually going to be able to push onto them when they actually go for a buy round, when VP actually, you know, have the rifles, have the nades, have the necessary gear to take advantage of it. Snacks is the one who's going to take the hit right now to be able to get the full nade count. the rest of them have gone for the AKs, and there just really aren't a whole lot of nades. So VP, they should actually come up with something, or try and come up with something a little bit aggressive here, just to try and throw Luminosity off guard.
Well, it seems like, at least for Cobblestone, it's kind of now or never for the Polish side here. They managed to get it into overtime and finally win it on cash, but this has proven to be quite a different challenge for them. Bayali is on the corner here, looking to see if he can make it work. Burr's up there. And,
oh, wait, what? No, that's not right.
That definitely didn't look like a player who was actually in control of his game plan there. So maybe a little bit sketchy. The problem is, once a kill happens in a round, the round is sort of officially live. That's been the rule all throughout, and it's been enforced at least once. So that's just unfortunate. FNX going to get the refrag in. Even worse for VP if they can't actually win the round based on the disconnect like that. Cold Sierra with the AWP. He will be falling back. I was getting worried there, but 4 on 4 here.
Yeah, FNX heard the step as well, so he knows that somebody's through drop. Taco will be aware. No element of surprise there for Pasha. His cold streak continues, and Taz not going to be able to step out and actually take out the offer. And Cold gets the second one as well. Triple kill for him. And always such a hype player. But yeah, something definitely happened there with Fur, because CS players, you've seen how fast these guys react. I mean, that's like a lifetime. That was a full second out in the open, and he just doesn't move. Wonder what happened there for Fur. Or what happened was that he was looking at his teammate's monitor. Maybe they were trying to set something up. Maybe he was glancing across, looking at his teammate's monitor. That's something that these players do when they're sitting on LAN. The order in which the players sit tends to balance out to the point where it's like if you both hold A site, you kind of sit next to each other so you can look at each other's monitors. Maybe that's what happened.
So basically, we just got the call from our lovely producer Corey. I'll explain to you what happened in the second half. They're trying to rush in. They do have armor and tech nines, and Taco still just saying, you're not even welcome in this bomb site. He takes 2 and finally goes down. Bayali with a really good showing here, getting 2 of his own with the tech 9, but in the back corner here, Cold Zero, which has turned out to be an absolute monster. He's finally isolated out in the open. I don't think he was expecting Snacks to come in from that angle. Now it's Fur, and falling in a 2-on-2. That grenade rains in, and Bayali, he picks up 4 kills and ends up winning the round with a mad rush into the B bomb site. So
what happened?
So it's a silly problem. Actually, I have this problem every time I reinstall Windows. Sticky keys. So that's if you tap shift a bunch of times, it'll minimize the game client. It's actually nothing to do with the game or nothing to do with anything else. It's something you have to disable, and I think every Counter-Strike player ever will disable when they do it. If you forget, it could go that way. But they won the round anyway, which you got to think if you're Virtus.pro, it's even more depressing, isn't it? You just managed to get sort of a free kill, and you can't build anything off it.
But then this happens. Then Bayali goes ham, gets a quad kill on an eco, nearly a full eco for Virtus.pro. They actually make it work. How in the hell did that happen? That might shake Luminosity a little bit. I mean, of course, Luminosity are just so terrifically ahead right now. Everything is working for them. They got 10 rounds on CT Cobble. But still, you want to completely crush Virtus.pro. You do not want to give them hope.
You see, trying to make the USB cables fit the right way. I'm just saying, USB-C, that doesn't happen, Semler. Yeah, I'm not advertising for anyone here. I'm just saying it's just a better format.
Pay me.
Have you heard this story before, Semler? I can't remember if I've told you about USB-C technology. All right, we do have the game resuming in the background here. It's just a small technical hiccup there. I think actually sort of Cold Zero managed to disconnect his own headset of my mouse there, so a bit unfortunate. We are going back into it at a 10-2 scoreline, favoring Luminosity. It's the second map here in the last quarterfinals of the tournament, and the way this is going, it looks like the Brazilian side, they're cruising into a third map, which would be, I think, still tough for VP. This is it now. They've got to be a little bit worried, I reckon.
Yeah, exactly. This is where the pressure starts to mount. I think it's terrible. Because every little move you make now, it means so much. Luminosity with such a huge lead, it means that VP just have to play perfect from here on out. And there's the flash, and they're looking for Fur again in case he tried to get cheeky and hold the same position. You can do that. The mind games can come into play. But instead, Luminosity, they were focused on ramp this time around, on underpass, making sure that Virtus.pro couldn't get control of that portion of the map. So it's going to be Fallen backing off to make sure that he's in position to deal with any kind of push on long. And Fur, they're kind of in a decent spot together where they can back each other up in a way. Fallen, he's always going to have Fur's back. It's whether anybody is there to have Fallen's back, And what happens with that?
Everybody needs a Fallen to back him up, except Fallen. Neo was in the middle over at the A side, trying to sneak his way, and Fur's right around the corner. I mean, if Neo could be a bit of a distraction here, that's going to help out. And Snack's getting the opening frag on Taco, who's been rock solid in that B bomb side. That's going to help out even more. Neo, look how much noise he's making. He's really just trying to be annoying. And at Fur, he's tired of the shenanigans. He's going to end up taking him out. And now it is a 4-on-4 up on the boost box. FNX picking out and taking out Pasha. And that's going to make it a 4-on-3 here. Luminosity, they're about to reset Virtus.pro in the first half. And that's, I don't think there's any coming back from that at that point. Taz, a nice flick, taking down one. A Cold Zero going to be falling as well. VP finally replying, and it's going to be all on for 1-on-3. He's coming in from behind, and if he has any teammates alive in the bomb side, that would be brilliant, but he obviously doesn't then. Yeah, as soon as he gets spotted, ends up falling back here. It is finally time for VP to have a say in this first half.
Oh, it's a good thing too. Snacks, those are the huge plays that are actually going to win you the rounds. And Taz, I mean, after that, it feels like as soon as they lose control of the situation with Luminosity, each one is trying to be the hero. Each one is trying to push through smoke, trying to catch Virtus.pro off guard. But VP, they aren't going to fall for those kinds of fundamental errors. They aren't going to actually, because that smoke, a lot of times you think, oh, nobody's ever going to push through that. It's a wall. It might as well be. You need to still watch it. And so VP, they don't make any mistakes. And Taz showing that, hey, actually, you know, I'm not going to save that AWP. And that's what Fur was looking for right now. He's actually going to be very frustrated with it because they just don't have the money. Oh, did he save it? He found one.
Yeah. I don't know from where,
but that's lucky.
He picked one up, and
they didn't have the, I mean,
they didn't have that much money.
No, they didn't have that much money, so this is actually a huge find for Fallen. Rest of them going to go for the force. So this is just Luminosity saying we're so far ahead right now, we don't care. We're not going to try and save for a last round or anything like that. We just want to completely shut you out because that last round, it was a fluke. It shouldn't have happened. Even with just SMGs and a couple of pistols, we'll be able to keep you out of this site.
Well, 10-3. Just a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel here if you're a Virtus.pro fan, but it's still very far away. Bialy going to be sneaking up first in that same position where he sort of got disconnected last time. We'll see if he can do a bit better there. And actually, they got Fallen as a distraction. So this is a nice little combo here.
That's that 1-2 combination play. We'll see if it actually works. It's Taz, I mean, it's Taz and Bialy kind of buddying up over here towards A long. Neo holding for underpass. He's going to try and get some kind of reaction out. Smoke goes into danger. And then all three of them going to come in together. So this is huge for VP. They really want to get control of this part of the map. And unless there's a huge play coming in here from Fur, it's not really going to happen. Fallen misses his shot. Fur still crouching in the corner with the MP9, but that's not good enough. 1-for-1 trade. There's Fallen stepping up. He picks out Taz. And in the end, Luminosity, they somehow turn that situation on its head. Virtus.pro not able to put all three of their players into action.
3 versus 4 right now. 50 seconds. They got the time right now, VP, but they are a man down, and they got 2 AWPs. That's honestly going to be great. If you want to push a bomb side, you're going to have to get close and take some fights. Neo is sneaking out on A long here, so if he gets a kill and opens it up, it might just work out. And Cold Zero, they're jumping up Neo. Oh, did they spot each other? I think Cold might have been actually fast enough to see that. This is a bit strange. Oh, he's still on the other side. He doesn't really show any signs, and Neo scoped up, Cold walking in. They're actually circumnavigating each other. What is this madness? And there's a shot. Neo going down, and that crumbles this B push. Taco gonna take one. He's got 2 bullets left. One, he's out, and the knife. Oh, FNX gonna steal it away. 11 rounds to the 3 of Virtus.pro here. This is a crazy game, isn't it?
This is such a sick game for Luminosity. For VP, it's almost what happened with, I mean, it's kind of what happened with Luminosity in the first half of Cash. Like, just key players are not, you know, landing their shots. Pasha is still sitting on 2 kills at the, I mean, basically the last round of the first half. That is completely unacceptable. He needs to figure something out for the second half, or this is going to a 3rd map, Anders. So, Luminosity, everybody's hitting their shots. Cold in particular, he's at 20-0-5 right now. It's insane performance for him, and just no respect being shown. Luminosity, what was that? Fur just goes charging in without checking his angles. I felt like you guys needed another rifle. Here, take mine.
Yeah, he felt quite confident apparently that was going to be a B push, and that he could make his way in there, and he almost did. I mean, Neo, if he had been just a little bit earlier, he probably would have been running up behind him. It seems like they still have sort of a willingness here to go towards the B bomb side. They're certainly setting up for the smokes. Taco of 4 people, and it's a triple up setup right now. I think he's going to have a hard time on this plateau. If he misses one shot, he's probably going to be gone. But Cold Picking up the first on Snacks there. And Taco looking for just a bit more. Going to get the scope in, but Bialy's just a bit quicker. Gets the first kill. FNX will get sprayed down in return, and now Fallen in a 1-on-3. So Virtus.pro, they should be finding just around here at the end. Fallen, he's certainly shown us a lot of magic, but a 1v3 with just an AWP and the bomb already down, I think that's too much to ask, even of the Brazilian godfather of Counter-Strike here. See if he can make this work. Flashbang on in. Trying to see if he can look for it, but he's going to get shot down. Neo is just walking into a triangle, and that will make it 11-4. With, at the end of it, coldzera stunning 21 kills in just 15 rounds.
Yeah, 21-0-6.
People are chanting CT sided in the back, if you guys can't hear on the stream. Well played, guys, well played.
It's all good. You know what's actually going to happen is that VP are going to do like Luminosity did on Cash. All of a sudden, Pasha's just going to like get 10 kills within the space of 3 rounds. Just completely wake up.
Don't say it.
Saying it. Saying it. Luminosity, they've shown that they're mortals, that they're human. Should have closed out Cash. They weren't capable of it. They lost it in Overpass. Now, or they lost it in Overtime, rather. Overpass is the 3rd map.
Well, I mean, there is obviously there's sort of one big obstacle that they at least, if we even want to entertain this slightly insane notion that you're bringing up, Seven, that they're going to run it back, they have to at least overcome the obstacle of winning the pistol round, right? They got to make sure that that happens, because otherwise there isn't really much to discuss. Then it will just be a clear knockout blow here on Cobblestone. If they win the pistol round, I might be willing to briefly.
Entertain?
Just for like a second. I'll even let the thoughts into my mind for just a second. Not until then. I'm keeping him out.
Especially because Cobblestone happens to be T-sided. So it is, despite the chant.
You don't think it'll change anything? I don't think either.
I mean, and Luminosity are just so lethal on it. They can actually just kind of throw whatever they want at VP. This is the worst kind of situation to be if you're down, is when your opponents have such a huge lead. They can just do random things because they have rounds to give. They can actually take risks that they wouldn't otherwise, play in nonsensical ways, just because they have no pressure on them. They still have such a huge margin for error. So it just makes it so much more difficult for VP to try and get a read on what Luminosity are doing. We're getting into the second half now. The countdown has begun. Luminosity on the T-side pistol, VP on the CT side, and Snacks is the one going for the kit and the smoke as per usual. Bialy actually going for some utility as well. Nade, flash.
Luminosity with the 2 smokes coming up here. Definitely still valuable, and it's not exactly clear what you're going to do with 2 smokes on this map when you're on the terrace side. It could be either A or B, because it works pretty much either way. If it's 1 smoke, I definitely always say A, but Virtus.pro, it's do or die time for them here, and Pasha, well, he runs into 3 members peeking, and Luminosity, they're ready to follow up on it. That grenade, they're not even running into anything. Third coming up from behind, executing Bialy. Taz is going to be going down. Oh no, it's all Neo and Snacks right now, and Neo was running up in behind. That would have been beautiful. Fallen's going to be going down. Still a 2-on-3 right now, but if Luminosity don't challenge right now, then how are they going to actually come back and retake this bomb site? Neo, just so many members here, and he doesn't have the bullets. Can't find the headshots now. All on Snacks. 1 versus 3, and just trying to find any kind of battle. And I mean, Luminosity are even giving a couple of chances here, which they didn't really need to. He's got the smoke. He also does have the kit. Puts it up, and they're already in. They got the knife out. They're actually stabbing right in front of him. What is this madness? There's going to be going down finally. Taco with the kill, and Luminosity with no fear at all.
And Pasha, you can clearly tell what he was trying to do there. He's trying to get that confidence back. He's trying to get in there and actually take the fight to Luminosity, turn it around after the first half, and he just gets completely shut down by the man there, Taco. And Taco's just playing out of his mind right now. He is hitting all of his shots. And they're impact kills, they're high impact kills, because that starts the ball rolling. Luminosity, they're on a hair trigger at that point. As soon as they catch somebody out of position on VP side, that's when they go, and they were all in position for it as well. So there just wasn't a chance for VP after that. But now, I mean, it is going to be another, well, quasi-force, not full force coming out of VP. Nade picked up on Neo, so he wants to see if he can pick up that op. Snacks as well on a hard eco, so they really are trying to maximize their funds at this point, because VP, they know it's going to be a struggle from here on out. Losing that pistol has put them so far behind. And now, well, Taco, it is going to be the full execute, it looks like. Snacks peeks in, he gets confirmation. There's the push, and Taz holds the line, and BO3 will find the headshot on Taco. Monster, he's stepping up, and he's not going to get the third. Instead, it's FNX bringing it back. Cold is now on the site, but he's running out of bullets. This is such a scary situation. Can he actually land the shots? No, he cannot. He will get flanked by BO3 instead. And now FNX is just desperate for a bomb plant, but Taz is already in position to cut him off.
Yeah, one bullet and he's going to be dead here. And the only other alternative right now for FNX is to ace clutch it. That's what he's got to do. He's got the first 2 kills. He needs another 3. Taz is even in the back lines. I mean, this seems to be pretty much an unwinnable round. As soon as he shows himself, makes any kind of noise putting down the bomb, that's going to be it. Taz not even waiting for it. And Virtus.pro winning a huge round back now. If you were going to go down that mad path that you were trying to sell to us earlier, Semler, then this would probably be the way to start it. You know, just a round that you probably shouldn't be winning. Forcing Luminosity into a, well, you know, armor pistol buy-up here. It has to start like this.
A little disjointed on the push. It's just nitpicking details. The plateau, that kind of went well, apart from Pasha, obviously, you know, up close with the CZ getting that headshot. But, yeah, it was drop-down room. The push coming in from drop, they lost one of the pincers in their move there for Luminosity. And you need to be able to get those trades effectively. You can't just afford to lose 2 players like that going into a push. VP did very well with it. Taco, he's going to have to get out. It's a bit too toasty. It's a spicy taco.
I'm just going to allow them to smoke up and take control of the platform here, which is not a bad idea. Taz and Neo, look for a minute like they wanted to go a little bit aggressive in the middle, but they sort of, you know, rethought that, and now they're playing quite defensively here, which I don't mind. I think VP, when you're ahead like this, you should really try and be safe and not get rushed down by Tech9s. They also don't have any Molotovs to check the corner here that Pasha's in. Later in the half, if they have the Molotovs, you can bet you they're going to use them for that exact corner.
Would like to see those rifles kind of make their way over toward the B site now. Yeah, Taz is there. Neo, he's still holding out on A, and they aren't quite sure. I mean, right now Luminosity are doing a good job of just trying to make it difficult to get a read on where they're going to come into this. And it's so hard for VP to make the call as well. It's so hard for them to gather the info. Pasha standing up here, he's going to get the drop on Taco. And actually, it's BO3 to get the kill. But now Luminosity, they're split up, and they kind of have to just get going here. 35 seconds left in this push. Fur looking for the backstab. He's going to find it. Fallen is there. They get him in the crossfire, but there's more defense on the site itself, and all 3 rifles remain. It is going to be a very clear-cut situation here for Virtus.pro, unless Fur can come up with something godlike, and it's just not going to happen. The rifles, in the end, make the difference.
But this is actually still a very good job for Luminosity, right? They managed to take away 3 rifles. That chance
is back.
I mean, I will say this. Out of all the teams, and you got to remember, Virtus.pro is a major championship winning team. They did do it in Poland, in Katowice, so, and I mean, everyone was saying back then, the crowd was the 6th member of that team. In Katowice.
I gotta say it 2 years ago.
But the crowd, everyone said they're the 6th member of the team, you know? So maybe could do it again here if the chanting continues. It's going to be Snacks picking up a couple of kills there. And this time they don't lose anyone. I do want to remind you, because Luminosity are at 12 rounds and not at like 15 or 14, it's really important for VP to have a good economy, right? The key thing here is that VP have got to be able to lose 1 or 2 rounds and not lose the whole map, right? Yeah. So having a round like not the last one but the previous one, that's really dangerous.
This is sick. That is sick. I love the atmosphere here. Alright. But not enough money for an 8 OEP for Fallen. That's my main concern. That's what I was looking at during that chant. It's just going to be straight AKs apart from the Galil on Cold. Cold having cooled off a little bit as well in his game. He hasn't really been hitting those shots that have been making the difference in the first half. So VP, they've been allowed to run it back somewhat, but it's going to begin here. They managed to sneak the man out. Snacks picks off Taco. And Taco really hasn't had much joy over on Plateau so far. He keeps getting caught.
Unlike when he was playing B on the CT side, where he seemed to be really good at trading 2 for 1, the sort of whenever they were attacking there. See if this is going to work out or not. They're setting up for all the smokes, the full sort of execute into the bomb site here. If they can't clear out drop, which I think is going to be a little bit tough for Fur to try and do, he's the one up there with an AK, then I don't think they're going to make it out of Plateau alive. They're trying to make the jump in there. Snack's already seeing just the top of his head. Cold with a nice shot. FNX going to be going down next in line. Pasha picking up another kill and looking for the triple here. It is a 2-on-3, and Fallen trying to play this one very safely. He actually gets the frag on Pasha, and now it's a 2-on-2.
The life lead for VP and the positioning as well. The backstab coming in from Neo, and there it is. Pays off, takes out Fur. Fallen actually, I think, got a headshot onto Fur, like some teeth damage. Fallen, he's looking for it. 25 seconds left. Lots of pressure on him because that bomb is nowhere near him, so he has to find the kills. And BLG is not giving him a target. There it is. The headshot comes in, and he knows where Neo's playing from, but he goes jumping into Neo's waiting arms. And it's the VP bear hug. Gets the job done. 8 rounds on the board for VP.
Wow.
And Luminosity, they just are not able to come through in the clutch situations here.
That should not even have been that close. That should have been a much worse round for Luminosity. So the fact that they're able to get it that close, I mean, again, it keeps VP's economy low. The most they have right now, and anyone on the team after the buy is made, is $2,600 on Neo, which means if they lose a round here, VP, then Luminosity just jump from 12 to 14 rounds, and the pressure is that much higher on them. Fur gonna come charging in. Bialy goes down, but FNX dies in the fire. Taz not able to trace that kill. That looked like an easy shot. Not going to be this time. Now it's a 3-on-3. Neo covering the back line. The bomb is right there, but he's not able to steal it away, and they're going to make their way out. And they already have the A-bomb side covered. Fur is right under the balcony, and he's got that Tech 9 in hand, so if they try and retake it, it's going to be potentially painful. Cold can't make the drop on over, and the bomb is now actually being pushed forward. Snacks picking up another kill, and Virtus.pro a little bit scary, but they look to be bringing it back here. The Tech 9 going to be taking down Pasha, but it's still not enough. Snacks with a triple, and Virtus.pro now at 9 rounds. The gap is closing.
They're making it work, Anders. Every time I'm just like pausing to listen to what everybody's shouting. But you're right. They are making it work. VP, sure, these rounds are close, but they're getting the rounds on the board. They've got 9 now to their name. 3 rounds left here to tie things up with Luminosity, who have definitely been feeling the heat. Cold has definitely dropped off as well in this second half. 22 for him. They are catching up a little bit more across the board here for his team, but they need to start coming together a bit more for Luminosity. Neo dropping the bomb in that last round pretty much threw everything out of whack. So we'll see if VP can get a lucky break like that again. I mean, that's the thing. Neo with the pushing, the timing, if that bomb is through underpass, Neo's impact is almost nil, and then they're able to get up onto the site and get the bomb plant. So it's a crazy sort of situation that we're having here round after round between these two teams. So close. But Luminosity now, they're just making noise everywhere at this point. They're hoping to be able to catch somebody out in a long, and that might actually happen. Neo is inching his way forward, but he doesn't have the op this time. He only has the M4, so he has to be a little bit careful about how he wants to play it, given the fact that Fallen, he's on the hunt.
I mean, we don't want to call it just yet, but a lot of this these rounds here are being built off of Bialy, right? He's in charge of leading everything. He's got 18 kills, just 4 behind Cold Zero. That's a 22. Got 50 seconds on the clock right now, and it's not every day that we get to see Bialy sort of show up like this. He should be seen in 2nd or 3rd place usually, trying to sort of somewhere in the middle of the team there. And the crowd is certainly here. I mean, we're some distance, geographically at least, removed from Poland, but somehow some fans have still made it in here, and it's incredible now. Neo going to be peeking into the middle, taking down FNX, finally sprays down 1. He can't win the second fight. Fur too quick with the AK and hitting that headshot. Neo now on this slope, and that's a dangerous position. He could be up on behind. Taz hitting the 1 shot. I think Neo's still in a good position, and no one's coming up from behind. If he can catch the bomb, making its way over, but Fallen with the AWP and managed to get the kill. It's only 6 seconds left. Fallen hitting another shot, and oh, Snacks gets 1 in return. Cold Zero, it goes down, and Snacks is gonna clutch it, and that will be 10-12. These rounds are too close, Semper.
I can't take this, Anders. And we just broke 1 million viewers, by the way. So how sick is this? A beautiful match here. The last quarterfinal to see who's going to go into the semifinals later on today. But it's nothing but clutch rounds. It is so close. Both of these teams are so evenly matched, and Luminosity, they finally decide to take the break, to go for the timeout, and calm down a little bit. I think that's the main thing. They're getting onto bomb sites. They're getting edges in these rounds. It's just they're not able to close them out, and that can be nerves. So for Fallen to call it now, to say, this is it, that's enough. We lost 6 rounds in a row. We need to slow down the pace here. We need to take our time.
Yeah, I do want to point out, because you're bringing this up, it's been close. The last 3 rounds that VP have won, it's been 1, 2, and then 1 member alive for Virtus.pro. So all the time, Luminosity are within sort of striking distance. They can take these rounds. Now, here's the problem. I think that can work both ways, and it probably depends on what mental state the team is in. If you're feeling great, then you keep telling yourself, well, we're almost there. Just next round, it'll be it. If you're feeling a little bit down on yourself, wow, look at these guys, and they're ready for it.
And it's the chant, man. I'm not hearing much of the LG chant anymore.
No, they're being drowned out.
I'm thinking the VP fans here, that 6th player.
No, I was gonna say, when you get to if you're feeling a little bit down on yourself, you start to think, we're getting close all the time, but we really can't make this work. You know, it starts to grind, and you've already lost the first map in overtime. Now you're getting close, but not close enough, and eventually that can start to really break you, right? Luminosity, I mean, they look like they were destined to win this map, but there has to be just a sprinkle of doubt in their minds right now. We've got 5 seconds, and we're going to get back into it.
Super sick, man. This is so hype. This is everything you dream of. There's a lot of dreams come true as well for these players on the main stage in front of such a sick crowd here on North American soil for the first $1 million major.
You know, you got to think at this point here, the question isn't, you know, are we going to have another stadium event in America? It's just like, where is it going to be at this point? It's got to be one more. 23rd round is coming up here. We've got the 2nd map in the quarterfinals, and VP, they took the first one. Luminosity, they need another 4 rounds here to push us onto a 3rd map, which they could very well win. So now it's just a question of grinding it out. They got the timeout in, and now they need that mental strength here. They got to forget about what's happened in the first 22 rounds and just grind it in.
The double AWP in play now as well for Virtus.pro. They've used a lot of their utility though, and so it is going to come down to the ops to make the difference. And Taco, he catches out Snacks. Snacks trying to get clever around the smoke, and Taco boosts it up, just barely spots him out on the edge of it. And a 2nd kill goes Luminosity's way. I mean, this is it. Is it the timeout? Is it actually working? Are they able to completely change the pace and play off of it? Yes, they are. FNX takes out Pasha. Quick rotation in from Taz, and he's going to catch Fur in the back, but now they know where he's playing from, Luminosity. So they should be able to get control of the situation. He goes for the spray, but it's not good enough, and Fallen, he will end it. 13-10 now. And Luminosity, they finally break the Virtus.pro streak.
Wow, and because of the money, again, because the last 3 rounds before this were with 1 or 2 members alive, they just don't have the money to fight this. Luminosity, they've lost the rounds, but they've kept up the pressure. Virtus.pro, they're going to be put to the absolute test here. This is going to be the final test essentially for them here. See if they can hold on to this map, if they can complete the comeback, or if it's going to be the Brazilian side sweeping it away, because it is close now. Look at Taz, aggressive in the middle though. He's actually right behind those double doors there. If he can steal an AK away from FNX, that'd be the worst possible start for Luminosity.
That would be a catastrophe. That is not allowed to happen. And while they are playing very passively here, FNX spots him out, does get a little ahead of himself. He's deciding to actually charge in here and look for the fight. He gets the wallbang onto Neo as well, but doesn't overstep. And that's the key here. He needs to survive. He needs to not give away this AK. And if he's all the way out there, he does catch out Neo in the end. Taz is no longer close, so they aren't able to capitalize off of that, Virtus.pro. And so far, FNX holds his own. In the meantime, Luminosity moving through the B halls, getting ready to hit that B site.
Did he spot that? I think he saw like just a shoelace from Taz there. That was enough apparently. FNX definitely on point, yeah.
And yeah, out of all the videos that we've seen so far from Valve, like that was probably the closest I came to crying. Like, can't mess with the feels that way, Valve, please. Like, not before the match.
Not right before
right before the match.
That was actually, yeah, no, that was an incredible. I'm going to go back and rewatch that more than just once.
So sick.
FNX, speaking of him, going to be taking out Snacks as well, single-handedly clearing out the bomb site on this side of the map. I mean, it doesn't really matter. The rest of the LG, they could just decide, and they are. It doesn't matter. There's only 2 people left here. Bayali hitting a good headshot, but it will be Luminosity at 14-10. And look, I mean, this is so cool. You've got a huge amount of the crowd cheering for VP, but they are cheering for LG as soon as they win as well. This is exactly what I want. Fans of Counter-Strike.
Yes.
And we got the 25th round coming up here.
You're right, man, and that is it. It's the fans of Counter-Strike. It isn't even a North American team on the stage right now. Liquid plays later today.
They're so
but
ready.
We've got a packed house, and the energy in here is electric. It is so sick. Luminosity. 14 rounds now, and it is going to be the force buy coming in from Virtus.pro. They're not willing to let it get up to 15. They're not willing to try and play for overtime again. They want to end it here, Virtus.pro. Get control back in this match. And right now, they're going aggressive. Longhouse going for the Hungry Peaks, looking to see if they can find anybody out over there. And so far, things are quiet on the A side of the map. It's going to be action on the B side, and Snacksy misses the shot.
They really don't have a lot of equipment. These Max 7s, though, are not such a huge downgrade, because once you get close, I mean, the position that Pasha's in right now, it could be lethal, and Taz has, well, sorry, Neo has the other one, and he's playing in those hallways over by A-Long, so, I mean, either way, they're going to have to get close to the Max 7. It's been done time and again. So, even with a little bit of some slightly worse equipment, I think the problem with the Max 7 becomes in the retake. That's where you don't want it.
Because you get out onto that open site and it's just so far away. The shotgun pellets, they disappear after a certain distance. It's not like a rifle. But Pasha, he's playing up close to drop, and this is where it can get a little scary. We saw what he was capable of doing with the CZ75 not long ago. So will he find the shot? Beautiful pop flash going right onto Bialy, forces him back, and now they begin to push Luminosity straight into drop, and there's Fur to open things up. It has begun, Anders. Can the defense hold? Pasha right on the edge, puts Taco to sleep, crunches him.
Wow, knockout blow. Neo going into it as well. Max 7, Pasha coming up from behind. That's the second kill for him. He's looking for more, and they are getting dangerously close. Fallen there to finally shut him down, and now it's a 3-on-3, 20 seconds. Fallen picking up a second kill of the round here. Everything rides on this. They can't let VP back in the game. Luminosity, they need this round. They need this map. Cold Zero going to pick up the kill, and there's Neo going down, and LG make it to map point. And Virtus.pro, they just don't have the money. Pasha could buy a bit. The rest are going to have to just pick up whatever they can here. That one timeout, Semler.
It's changed everything. And it's been mentioned time and time again on the analyst desk that is the difference between the Tier 1 teams and the Tier 2 teams. When a Tier 1 team takes a timeout, we see it happen all the time. That's when the game changes, they make the necessary adjustments, and then they win from there. And we're seeing that now from Luminosity. They've just taken complete control now. All of the pressure's on Virtus.pro to come up big with another ugly force buy. Shotgun on Neo, holding close to A-Long, hoping to get lucky, hoping to catch somebody out of position here. And they've gone for a default setup here, Virtus.pro. They're really crossing their fingers. It's all about hitting the big shots. And Furry's going to go down into drop. He catches out Snacks, and he's putting that pressure on. And they peek together, and still they cannot find this kill. Taz goes leaping into his death. And Fur, he might actually find a way out.
They're just not picking him. He's unflashed as they peek him. It's just a second too late. Otherwise, they would have had that kill now. 4-on-3 here. Luminosity just a step away from doing this. Cold Zero holding the back lines here while the rest are rotating back towards the A-bomb site. And Neo, he is holding the slope. But to kill 3 members of the Max 7 here, or 4, that's definitely not going to be easy. They are coming around the corner. He turns for it, but he misses the pellets. And Bialy with a great double sprayed out, but he can't get the second one in. He had the grenade out, and FNX, he's going to punish him for it. And now it is all on Pasha here. 1-on-2 to extend this series just a little bit longer. Oh, we're going to be going into the third map here. Pasha sneaking up. He's got a good position. He's making it out as well, but he goes down. Cold Zero is there. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to the third map. Luminosity taking Cobblestone and tying up the map score.
And what an electric series it has been. Cash down to the wire. Cobblestone, bit more of the Luminosity show, but it was closer at the end. VP, they hung in there. They made them work.